Hey everyone, my name is Laughlin Murray. I'm a 2021 setter committed to play at Mississippi State University, and I wanted to come on here today to talk about mental health among student athletes. It's a topic that I personally feel very passionate about and believe that it should be much more widely talked about, recognized, and accepted in our community. There is such an unnecessary stigma that surrounds it and keeps us from fully opening up about it and accepting it. We are supposed to be creating an environment for athletes where they can feel safe and grow up in a healthy way, both physically and mentally. Instead, we have somehow created an environment where athletes feel like they can't talk about the emotions that they're feeling, emotions that are valid and worthy of being heard. We recently mourned the loss of two beautiful souls in the volleyball community that lost their battle with mental illness and took their own lives too soon. We should have been better for them and better for everyone else who has come before them. Somehow, the idea has been created that telling someone that you're having symptoms of depression or anxiety or any other mental illness shows weakness, and that is so far from the truth. The amount of strength and courage it takes to tell someone how you feel and seek help is unsurpassable. Just taking that first step makes you 10 times stronger than anyone else. We so often as athletes allow ourselves to minimize the emotions that we're feeling and tell ourselves that it's normal to feel these things, when in fact it's not and you shouldn't have to. We look around and in our eyes we either see that everyone around us is doing well and that their life is great, or that even though they may be feeling the same things that we are, that they're handling it and that they're not showing it. And because of this, we convince ourselves that we're lesser than them or weaker than them because we can't manage these things in the same way. We sit there and tell ourselves, wow, look at how well this person's doing. I should be able to handle it like this. When in reality, that person could be suffering so greatly on the inside that they're close to giving up. The combination of all these things has now led that person to try and emulate the same thing. So now they're trying to put on a persona that their life is great, and that they feel great about themselves, and that they're confident in themselves. But all we've done at this point is created another person who is suffering so intensely on the inside that it's ruining them. That miserable lifestyle is what we've normalized. That's not normal, and that's not okay. What's normal is going up to a person who you trust and know can give you insightful advice, telling them how you feel, and allowing them to help you. Sometimes you don't even realize how your emotions are affecting your quality of life until you verbalize it. I know this through personal experience. 5 years ago, I had a concussion that took me out of any physical activity for 3 months and went through a phase of post-injury depression during my recovery. When the concussion specialist I was seeing asked me if I was depressed, I said, to be honest, I don't know. All I know is that I feel like I've been really, really sad, but it's a different type of sad. And on the inside, I kind of knew that my quality of life wasn't where it should be. As he asked me all these questions about how I was feeling, as I kept answering yes to all of them, we came to the conclusion that yes, I was in fact experiencing a form of depression. In my case, it was a very mild form of it, but no matter the severity, it was real and it was justified. And because I was willing to open up about my emotions, we were able to catch it very quickly, and there were extremely easy ways that I was able to get better. But I also want to make it clear that that's just an example of how I experienced it. Everyone's experience is going to be different, and everyone's recovery is going to be different. But the most important thing was that I didn't let it consume me or define me, and that with all the support of my family, my friends, and my doctor, I didn't allow it to get any worse. There are so many resources you can turn to if you're struggling with any kind of mental illness, feel like you may have symptoms of one, or just want to be more educated on them in general. Two that I personally follow on Instagram are the Depression Project and the Virgo Project. They're doing an awesome job of spreading advice and awareness about depression and other illnesses. They both also give advice to people who want to learn how to support their friend or loved one who's battling something. Another awesome person, a mental health advocate to check out, is Victoria Garrick. She talks a lot about eating disorders, among other things, and just how to embrace yourself and live a happier, more confident life. She puts out a lot of content on social media platforms and her YouTube channel. She also has a podcast on Spotify called Real Pod, where she has awesome guests, and they're super easy to just put on while you're driving or doing homework or just need some advice. And besides that, there are so many more resources you can find on the internet for any type of support. And at the end of the day, just remember that you are beautiful and you are strong and your life is worth living.